Okay, so now we're going to look at piecework or piece rate. That's where you're paid by the amount of work you do rather than for the time you're working. So you might be paid piece rate if you were knitting jumpers, or you might be paid piece rate if you were picking fruit. You're only allowed to be paid piece rate where your employer can't know your hours of work, and they still have to work out so that the piece rate would give you the equivalent of the minimum wage if you are working at a reasonable rate. So the first question we've got is a maths teacher slaving away crafting beautiful maths questions, and she's paid £1.20 per question, and she can usually write 105 questions per week. Okay, so that means that for each of those 105 questions she's paid £1.20. So if she writes 2 questions, she would be paid 2 lots of £1.20, 3 questions would be 3 lots of £1.20. For 105 questions, she's paid 105 lots of £1.20. So we're just doing 105 times £1.20, and that gives £126 per week. So that's basic piece rate. But there are different ways that your employer can try to encourage you to increase the amount of output you've got. So the next week, her head teacher decides that she will receive a £10 bonus if she writes over 100 questions. So the bonus means it's an extra thing. It's on top of what she was earning anyway. So she was earning £1.20 per question. She's still writing 105 questions. It's just that now, because she's writing, really should not have a pound sign on it, because she's writing 105 questions, that's more than 100 questions, so she's going to get her bonus. So it's now going to be 105 times £1.20 equals £126, but then we're going to add on the bonus, and that means it's £136 for that week. Now, the head teacher isn't really very happy with that because he didn't get her to write any more questions. So he decides to try a different tack. So he says that she will be paid £1.20 per question for the first 100 questions, and then for any more than that, for the 101st and the 102nd question and so on, she's paid £1.50 per question. And she is so excited by that she writes 110 beautiful maths questions. So let's split that up. We've got the first 100 of those at £1.20 per question, and then £110 minus 100 equals 10. So we've got 10 questions over the 100. So 10 at £1.50 per question. So that means we've got a total of £1, 110, 100 times £1.20, which equals £120, 10 times £1.50, which equals £15, and then we just got to add those together, and that gives us £135 for the week. And at the moment the maths teacher is not that happy. She preferred the bonus because she got more money for writing fewer questions. But on the other hand, maybe she could write a few more. Maybe she could write 120 questions the next week, and then she would earn more money. So this way of increasing the piece rate payment really does encourage her to do more work. But anyway, those are basic piecework, and then piecework where you get a bonus just for exceeding the average target. So the basic piecework was up here, then piecework plus a bonus, and that's just added on. Maybe the average math teacher writes 100 questions, so maybe 105 questions was good anyway. Or you can have a bonus rate for if somebody is doing considerably more work. So there you are.